Hi guys, welcome to my channel African Gypsy. I'm doing a reading for the collective. This is a general reading, so take what fits and leave what doesn't. For those who joined me for the very first time, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up, and tap the bell icon so you can see when I post another video. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my details will be down there in the description box down below. Happy birthday to the sign of Virgo. Let's see, what do we have coming up for the next week ahead? Let's say from the 11th to the 18th of September. Clear, concise messages, please, for the collective. Thank you very much for all of your feedback. People have told me how helpful and insightful these readings have been. Okay, got quite a few. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So this week, you're going to be doing whatever it takes to make sure you're much closer to consciousness, to spirit, to your guides, and all of that. And once you tune into the energy of love, I feel that when you know that the world is love, God is love, spirit, universe, whatever you call it is love, when it's time for you to speak up, you're going to have the compassion that you need, the courage to make the decisions that you need, and you're also going to have the power that you need whenever you're feeling lost as well, once you tune into love. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. I love this. It comes out all reversed, but I love this. This is so simple. So Spirit is asking us to get closer to consciousness, get closer to prayer. And I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So a lot of people have been asking, why am I on this journey? What is going on? This week, the week ahead, there's going to be a strong emphasis on life purpose, I feel, and awakening a true self. Because once we know why we are here, what our purpose is on earth, it's easier to awaken to the true self, to the true person that you've always supposed to be. And you might find yourself drawn to your old taste in music, old sense of humor and stuff like that. Guess what? The real you is back. So that's good news, because that's exactly who's needed for the week ahead and for the life ahead, even beyond the week. Remember that these readings are timeless. So whenever you find this reading, regardless of the date that's the right time for you. Now let's find out what messages do we have coming through for the collective. Clear, concise messages, please. What do we need to know? Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Ariel, please come through in this reading. Clear, concise messages for the collective. Thank you for making me a channel for your messages. Channel of protection for the people, of comfort, nourishment of the soul. Some sense of humor as well, because I also got some goofy guys that come into the house as well. So there's a lot of victory coming in. Victory of all sorts is coming in this week ahead. It could be victory with the culmination of plans, clarity of thought, because the sword of God, the hand of the divine, has come through to cut through all the mist, the confusion, and bring clarity of thoughts, and to bring you a certain dedication towards your ambition. You wake up and you know exactly what you need to be doing, how you need to be doing, and when you need to be doing. So here, let's see what is coming up here. So for some people, there might be a journey coming up. For a few of you, depending on where you are in the world, there might be a journey coming up whenever you're finding this reading. You're taking action towards the direction that you think is going to help you the most. But there's a lot of indecision with this journey. You're asking yourself, should I really be going on this journey or shouldn't I? But a part of you is asking you to move forward, because some of you may be going to see family, friends, loved ones, are going to join a certain community that you haven't seen for a while and all of that. And there's a lot of respect coming in for you. In the past, yes, there was some sneaky energy coming up, sneaky low vibrational stuff. When someone knew that you haven't made up your mind about something, so they're spying, snooping around, trying to find out what decision is going to be. And you know what? In your current circumstances, good news is coming through from somewhere far away. With these ones coming through, I know that you've been working hard at some project, sending in your emails, your proposals, and stuff like that. And finally, you get that message you've been looking for. You get that response that, you know what, we do want you on board. Actually, could you please contact us? Or we have your order ready, we have your stuff ready. You're getting that communication, and you're making fast progress, quick progress, faster than it's been in a long time. For some of you, you're starting a new idea. It could be new study, so your study material has arrived for a new course you're doing, whether it's online or whatever. For someone else, it's new business. So you've been working on some business and you're getting ideas coming in fast and furious, though you may have a lot of indecision about where you want to go, where you want to take your business. Yeah, indecision. Decisions are coming up this week here. There may be two directions that you want to move forward in, but you don't know which one you want to take. Do I go with this one? Do I go with this other one? Which one do I go with? But Spirit is asking you to have a paradigm shift. That means to totally shift the way you've been viewing things, the way you've been approaching your thoughts concerning a certain matter. Once you look at things from a different perspective, different solutions will become apparent to you as well. You're like, okay, now I'm looking at different options. I feel like I need to move in this direction. This is what's going to help me the most. Is the direction that's most beneficial for me, and all of that. A lot of people have, as I said earlier, happy birthday to Virgo. A lot of people are coming across in the Virgo energy. Someone's been trying to spy on you and all of that, whoever this may be. They've been sneaky, but you've been seeing them from a while away, from meters away, whatever, kilometers away, because you're in the hermit mode. I like to refer to this card as the attack and retreat strategy. Yes, my cards are well worn. I've used them for many years and I love them. So, yeah, I digressed a bit. Back to the message. So you're in a Virgo mode. I call this attack and retreat. Attack, you're in your circles, you're in your business, you're doing whatever you're doing. Retreat is not surrender, as most of you may know by now. Retreat is going into your cave and thinking, okay, how did I incur these wounds on this path? What different things can I do to make things work out differently for me? It's being in your cave, bandaging up your wounds and looking at your map, seeing which way you want to move forward, what changes you need to make to your plan based on the experience you've now got. This is being extremely experienced and looking at things from your own inner light. It's prayer, planning, and preparation, and you will come out, boom, and you're the best you can be. You've rediscovered your true self, the true essence of who you're really supposed to be. Remember, we spoke about awakening your true self and your human experience and all of that. So you discover who you're supposed to be. So even though these people are trying to sneak around and spy and all of that, they're not going to find anything because you're keeping pretty much to yourself, keeping things on a need-to-know basis. Like I always say, if they don't need to know, child, they just don't need to know. So we'll see how that plays out. I am going to clarify this card as if you've been on my channel before, you know that I feel that it's highly irresponsible to leave a message like this hanging in the balance. I don't want people getting all paranoid, like, she says someone's spying. What kind of spying is it? Are they outside my gate? What are they doing? Some of this might just be like spiritual monitoring, or it could be physical, but we're going to find out in a moment what exactly it is that this energy has been up to and stuff like that. Yeah, it could be someone who's feeling left out in the cold. Spirit just asked me to look at this card. Someone feeling left out in the cold who's doing this spying. And a lot of you are conflicted as well about what you want to present yourself as in the future. So in this week ahead, you're getting that clarity about who you want to be. And there might be a lot of internal conflict, like, now if I do this, what people are going to say? If I don't, what people are not going to say, and all of that. You know what, child? This is not a dress rehearsal. Hashtag not a dress rehearsal. This is not a drill. Shout out to Mox. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to Glappy Susan. Lisa. Wow. This is beautiful. Lee, happy birthday to you all. This is not a drill. This is the real thing. You're living this life. So you're busy conflicted about what are people going to think. Some of them are just an audience who don't even play a key role in your life. And even if they do, you still have to make your decisions. Because some world is closing out, some cycle is closing itself out. You've learned all the lessons that you needed to learn in this cycle, and it's done, it's finished, and spirit is on your side. Your angels, your guides, your spirit guides, they're all on your side, helping you to close off this cycle. For a couple of you, I know you've been having, you haven't been talking about this, obviously been hermiting about your feelings. So a lot of you have been having a repetition of dreams that you last had many years ago. I know I had a couple of people with personal readings remotely and stuff like that. And this theme came up for them as well. You know who you are. Keep that confidentiality going, child. But anyway, I know people have been having repetitive dreams that they last had a very long time ago. We just heard that hooted there. Maybe warning dreams warning you of certain things. And these are dreams that may have come up as very alarming dreams in the past parts of the cycle that you were in. But now they're coming to close up because you're taking different action in these dreams now. The same dream is coming through, the nighttime dream. and you're taking different action. You're closing off the cycles. You're getting your stuff, gathering your stuff together, taking control of the situation. If you're dreaming that someone is driving you, you might find in this dream now that you've been having over the past few weeks and stuff, you're taking the driver's wheel and you're like, you know what, I'm going to be the driver of my life. I am not going to be a passenger saying go left, go right, and the driver says, no, 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 we're not stopping here. This is not time for taking breaks or moving forward. You're taking back control of your life and you're charging forward, taking action about the things that you need to do, and you're a bit indecisive about it. But then angels come to you and say, you know what? This cycle is done. It's finished. Judgment in the world and the chariot. This cycle is finished. It's done. It's time to move on to the next stage of your life. You've learned all that you needed to learn, whether it was a karmic lesson from a past life that was coming in or from a present life. But Spirit is saying here, we've got Angel Gabriel coming through and saying, you know what? I'm blowing the trumpet on this one here. I'm going to make the final call. I'm going to reveal what has been hidden, some of that sneaky energy and all of that. And the closing of this cycle. It's time to move forward. Now, let's clarify. Let's get some spiritual intel and find out what is really going on. What is this decision that you are having to make that even Spirit has stepped in and say this cycle is closed, you need to make this decision? Yeah, it's about being all up in your head, like I said, all up in your head. Which way do I go? And becoming a prisoner of your own thoughts, because she's tied up. I hope you can pick up the detail there. She's tied up by her own thoughts about what was going to happen, what needs to happen, how things are going to move forward. But actually, in essence, she's actually free. Again, we have another woman who's blindfolded. Something you didn't see coming. And suddenly you now need to make a decision about it. For some of you, maybe you had a reading, you booked a personal reading, and something came up and you're like, you know what, I need to make a decision about this. Something you didn't see coming. Let's see, what is that? Let's get more spiritual intel on the matter. Something, a cycle that's come to an end. I've got so many number 10s coming in here as well, and new beginnings. Something that's a cycle that's come to an end and new things are now going in your favor. So you need to make a decision. Something's going to suddenly move in your favor and you didn't see it coming, honestly. And it's going to give you so much abundance and freedom and independence of all sorts. And some of you are going to be expanding the things that you do because you're seeing like, okay, Spirit has said, I now know everything that I need to know about this here island. I'm taking my board. I'm going to find other shores. I am guarded and defensive about certain things, yes, but I've got my inner light shining the way forward about how I need to go. For some people, it's about how you're valuing yourself, changing up the value system, how you value your time, your efforts, your gifting, and everything else that really is involved in your life. So you now know everything that there is to know about your value. You value yourself a whole lot differently now. And now that you've changed your value system, when you're like, you know what, I don't need that in my life anymore, or that's just not me anymore, you know, that's not it. I now know my true value and I'm demanding my value and I'm raising my standards to truly live by the true values that I know are coming in. Because you know what? You remembered who you were. You remembered who you were, child. This week you're remembering who you are, and that's changing up your value system. You're like, I'm not quite sure who's been living in my life lately, but that's not how I do things. You know, these are my values, and anyone who thought that I would continue to not know my value, that was wishful thinking. Some wishful thinking right there. I'm stronger than you ever knew, and this strength may have started coming in more in the month of August when we had that Leo energy coming in. So you woke up feeling a lot more courageous and brave and knowing who you are and what you need to do. Now let's just find out what that sneaky energy is that the wise old man was looking at here. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, please give us some spiritual intel on this. What is this energy right here? Tell us more. Whoa. So someone saw that you were no longer emotionally invested in a certain situation. You've emotionally detached yourself. You're keeping to yourself. You have the clarity about what they did or what they're all about. And you use that clarity to detach yourself away from what didn't fulfill you anymore or what was no longer healthy for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And this may be something for a couple of you who are watching this. This is something that began from childhood. So you're looking back at your childhood. That's how you got to awaken your true self. You found yourself singing ditto song or whatever song came to your mind, you know, black box or whatever it is, and you thought about a time when you're happier. And this person is also seeing all of this, seeing that as you moved away, you're in a much happier space. You've remembered who you were since you were a child. You've healed childhood issues for some of you. And here you've come up using your intuition. I've got strong Pisces energy coming up for this Pisces. I've got Aries coming up right here. Tell me more about this energy. Let's get some spiritual intel. Archangels, tell us the message. What is the secret right here? What are they snooping around about? What they're trying to find out? Is this like a real monitoring? Is this physical monitoring? Is this spiritual monitoring? Are they looking through a looking glass? Someone gave them the clarity. Someone went to a seer or something about you and they got the clarity that you've moved on and you're no longer crying over spilled milk. You're like, okay, spilled milk right there. All right, I'm falling in love with myself again. You want to check out my Instagram page. It's African Gypsy Psychic. I posted a reel a couple of days ago, falling in love again. Oh, Lord. Check that out. So for some of you dealing with the Sagittarius, who's been watching all your growth and stuff like that. It could be a Gemini as well, Leo. And they're seeing how you've become the magician. You are manifesting the life that you want. You're thinking it, you're believing it. And they're feeling left out in the cold. This came up earlier on. Yay. This is a confirmation. They're feeling left out in the cold as you're creating the life that you want and you're using the laws of attraction. You're staying positive. You've got the intelligence. You're more intelligent than they gave you credit for. You've got the intelligence, you've got the creativity, and you've got the clear mind to make things happen. And your intuition is spot on. Not only do you have that intelligence going on, your intuition is spot on. Your spirit guides are whispering things to you and telling you which direction to go. And this person's feeling left out in the cold. And they're acting in a very immature way, trying to find a way back in. But let's see. What is that? What else do we need to know right here for the collective? Thank you. Yeah. Someone acted in a very childlike way and they're regretting it. This is a lot of regrets. Regretting their actions and spying from the outside and seeing how happy you are and remembering a time when you once made them happy. It's funny that people don't appreciate what they have when it's actually there in front of them. But it's only once it's past and it's flourishing somewhere else or is being loved somewhere else. It's not like that was supposed to be my thing. It's like walking past some sort of a road and you're seeing this piano on sale and you never buy it. The one day that piano is bought by someone, you're like, I always wanted that. Yet you let it gather dust in a window and you didn't appreciate it. That cycle's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's finished. It was painful. And yes, they kind of like left you for dead, tied you up with the unkind thoughts and cruel intentions right there. Throwing daggers at you, something that was meant to dim your light and not let you see a day of your destiny has come to an end. And I feel that many of you are closing off these cycles. Yeah, these cycles are done. You know your value. You're working hard. You know your value. And you're closing off the cycle. This is another 2 number 10s in a row. It's done. Whatever they thought they could do to you in the past, it cannot happen anymore. Whatever magic, incantation, or devilish imagination they put to work to dim your light, it's not going to work. That world is done. It's finished. Whatever contracts these people had to keep you in a place where you weren't happy, you're going to have a reason to celebrate. Someone went and decided that, no, this person should never celebrate greatness or good things. But you know what? It's done. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. Let's get some advice from Spirit real fast. What else does Spirit want us to know from this here read? So you're going to be the hermit mode this week, closing off certain chapters of your life, or you're not doing the closing. Spirit just stepped in and said, you know what, just continue to conduct yourself with the utmost amount of tact and diplomacy. Continue to persevere, be strong. Someone is a high priestess, someone is highly intuitive, blessed, and highly spiritual. That is why the cycle is closing off. Spirit has said this spiritual person's light cannot continue to be dimmed. That light, that world is done, it's finished. Let's find out more. Wow, okay. What else do we need to know? I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Someone is praying, someone's fasting, someone is doing certain things, doing affirmations, talking to the soil, talking to the land, demanding that it spit up certain things that were swallowed up, or that were obscured, so that they can reach their true light. Wow. Yeah, someone is trying to overdo the control on a very highly spiritual person, but it's not going to work anymore. It's not going to happen. Your spirit guides are too strong for that, And here you are, advancing, leveling up in the world, seeing your goal clearly, and moving the heck away from any dramatic energy. You've moved from a dramatic place in your heart. You don't want anyone who comes with drama. You kind of like, we do peace and love right here. You know, drama ain't my calling card. If you're coming, or you take all of that drama and you take it to your mama. That's a certain conversation I heard for someone in particular. You child, you talk like that. And you are going to make a decision towards the end of the week or whenever that's going to be. And it's a decision to go towards love. For some of you, Spirit is blessing you with love. It could be love from above. It could be self-love. And for someone else, by the end of this week, you're going to be pregnant. If those are not your plans, please do take the necessary precautions. If you stay this far, love and light to you. Thank you very much for joining me for the weekly psychic focus. Thank you for all of the support. Thank you for 5K, guys. You keep me going. You give me so much inspiration. I wish you so much love, light, healing, blessing, breakthrough, and clarity of mind. And may the angels smile upon you as you make a decision and give you wisdom to move in the best direction possible. Till the next one, Sunshine signing out.